Hello everyone and welcome back.
Today we're at 108th Street and 38th Avenue in Corona, Queens, New York.
Today is the 20th of July in the year 2021. The time is now 7:51 a.m. and the temperature is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And it is quite hazy this morning, and I think this is the kind of weather we'll be having throughout most of the day, but I'm happy to be up, happy to be alive, and just being out enjoying another wonderful day. And I hope all my viewers, you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. How are you doing this morning, buddy?
I'm good. Glad to be alive.
This is some strange summer we're having. I can't remember ever seeing so much clouds, haziness, and rain during any summer. I'm not saying it hasn't happened before, but I can't remember seeing it.
I agree with you. This weather is different than...
Yes, it is. We're now crossing Roosevelt Avenue, going under a section of the number 7 elevated train tracks. Yes, sir, what were you saying?
Yeah, this weather is different than the weather in previous years that I remember.
To my right, we have the Glamour Beauty Salon. So I guess when you come out of there, you should be looking glamorous.
Hope so. If that's what you're going in there to achieve, yeah. I hope so.
When we started out, we were on the route of the Q48, but coming onto Roosevelt Avenue, the Q48 makes a left turn going east. So we're no longer on the route of the Q48, and at the moment we're traveling south. Crossing 41st Avenue. Section of the Long Island Railroad elevated tracks. Here is a Q23. Crossing 50th Avenue. We're now at the corner of 108th Street and 51st Avenue. west. These two buses there, the Q58. Give us some info on those buses, buddy.
So the Q58, give us the input, you said?
Info.
Oh, yeah, the Q58 runs from Ridgewood in Brooklyn. It's right on the Brooklyn-Queens border, and it runs all the way into Flushing, New York, 41st Road and Main Street. And yes, I drove that bus years ago. We're currently on Corona Avenue. To my right, we have National Street. This area is a mixture of residential and commercial businesses, but the commercial businesses, they are so small, they are just like neatly fitted in between the houses, so if you don't really look, it would seem as if it's like just a lot of houses, but it's a mixture. But the way they are just like, you know, fitted in there, it's just like the awning with the names on it, that really let it stand out so much. Yeah, and the buildings they're in are a combination of business and residential. It seems like they cut out the first floor for the business in the upper floors, and they're renting out.
Okay. Where we're at now, we're at the corner of Corona Avenue and Junction Boulevard.
Yep, I came down this way for 4 years when I was in high school, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Newtown High School.
Cherry Valley Marketplace to my right. In those years when you were coming down here to high school, what was different about this area?
You know, it's still pretty much the same. I mean, some of the businesses have changed, but the area is still pretty much the same.
Okay.
Put it this way, if I hadn't come here for a good number of years and I came back, I would still know where I'm going. It hasn't changed so much that, you know, it's like a shock when you go and come back.
We're at the
corner of Corona Avenue and 91st Place.
Excuse me. And there used to be a Chase Bank around the corner, right before the bridge there we just passed.
That was
But now it looks like it might be a church. Excuse me?
That was how many years ago?
That was way back in, well, when I first saw it, it was back in the 60s, but when it moved out, I don't know. It could have been probably 90s or even the 2000s when it actually moved out of the business. So, Korea, the Evangelical Church to our left, really a nice sized church. And the writing on the building that used to be the bank looks like Korean also. And this is the Q58 bus in front of us. This bus, as I said before, it starts out in Ridgewood, Brooklyn. It comes through the Queens section of Ridgewood and comes through Maspeth, Elmhurst, Corona, and Queens, and Flushing.
We are in Elmhurst now.
And we're about to cross Broadway.
To my right, we have the St. James Episcopal Church.
We're still on Corona Avenue so far.
And there's a sign up above there in front of us to Queens Boulevard East, and that's pointing to our left.
Now we're on 51st Avenue. Corona Avenue evidently ended the one block before.
crossing is Queens Boulevard. And we're still in Elmhurst. And there's a sign up above our head here at Hillier Street to Queens Boulevard West. Further back we passed a sign that was saying to Queens Boulevard East. That was at 51st Avenue. We're now at the corner of 51st Avenue and Jacobo Street. And we're now in Maspeth, still in Queens. This area right here seems to be all commercial businesses. This is it, guys. I'll be ending my ride here at the corner of Murray Street and 66th Street in Maspeth, Queens, New York. I hope you have enjoyed the ride. As always, please remember to subscribe, leave a comment, like and share, and see you soon.